Hi guys, welcome back to Caddy Books. It's the Vlogmas series and I'm super excited. This is day 3 and I'm already feeling the Christmas spirit. So guys, what I'm going to do is my December to be read. I'm going to share with you guys my December to be read, and my December to be read is going to be born out of the challenge, the readathon challenge I'm going to join for this month. So guys, let's jump right into the video where I share with you guys my readathon challenge. So guys, my name is Kadi. If you are a new subscriber, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to my channel. So I know that you guys are amazed by you might be surprised at the new background. So this is my second bookshelf. This is the bookshelf I'm going to start decorating with. So you guys should stick tuned for the Bookmas video. Like I said, this is a Bookmas video for this year, and this is my December to be read for the Bookmas. These are the books I want to read for December, and I'm going to explain them to you and why I picked them to read. Okay, explain them to you and why I picked them to read. Okay, so I'm joining the Merry Bookmas Season 2022 reading with Kilani. Okay, so in this season reading we have Mel channel, Clinch channel, to mention a few. So for the prompts, we have like the 12 treats of Christmas. That's basically the idea of the prompt. So to create 12 videos for Christmas. So like I said in my day 1, I would definitely try to like keep up a makeup video. I was on track on the first day until my camera got spoiled, my phone camera. I majorly use my iPhone 7 Plus camera. So while I was filming the video, it fell, and since that time it has not been working. So right now I'm currently using my mom's phone to film, and until I have to go back to my work area, my workspace, which is a little bit far from here, that's when I can make use of the camera. So like I said, my December to be read is going to be based on my Season challenges, my book prompts, to mention a few. And the first prompt is sugar cookies, read something sweet, comfort, and to the go. Okay, the second one is candy canes, read something with red and white. The third one is hot cocoa, read something that makes you hot and steamy. Okay, the fourth is gingerbread, read something with someone with more than 2 people in the cover. Then read something about magic. I'm going to explain them shortly. I'm just like listing them out from my phone. Then read a book with magic, read a book you are not sure of, read a book, read a holiday book, read a fairy tale or classic, fairy tale or classic book I'm not sure of. Guys, based on the prompts, these are some of the books I'm going to read. I will try my possible best. I'll try my possible best to read everything this Christmas. Based on the prompts, these are the books I'll try to read for Christmas, and I'm going to explain them shortly. You know, I just mentioned them in passing, so I'm going to explain them shortly. Okay, so I'm going to open my phone now so that we can see. Okay guys, so let me quickly explain them. I've listed them before, but now I'm just going to explain what they are and what prompts they are going for. So the first prompt is sugar cookies. So sugar cookies says read something sweet, comfort, and a go-to. So I'm going to be trying this one out. It's a 3-in-1 book by K. Opa, Iris Johnson, and Frank Pristin. I've had this for a while, but I've not read it, so I think I'm going to read it. It's the Delaney Christmas Carol, and it says the first book is Christmas Past by Iris Johnson. Okay, and the second book is Christmas Present by Frank Pristin, and the third book is Christmas Future by K. Upa. Okay, so the Christmas Past, it says Killarry, Arizona, 1893. Kelvin Delaney doesn't know what to make of the gypsy beauty he finds replicating in the attic in Killarry, his family's estate. The waif claims she's there to recover an old mirror with extraordinary power. While Kelvin doesn't believe her mystical talks, there is no doubt that a kind of magic is at work on his art just in time for Christmas. So I feel like that's going to be very sweet. The second one is Christmas Present by Frank Pristin. Brian Delaney is at Killarry for the holidays when she discovers a mirror that reveals reveals more than a reflection. The glass is startling handsome man who just as mysteriously disappears until she meets him in person that very night. What they see in each other may lead to a Christmas you'll never forget. Oh my god! And now that is sweet. The third book in this book is Christmas Future by K. Upa. A heartbreaking vision in the legendary Delany mirror drove Brett Delany to the other side of the world. Now his father's death bequeaths him the mirror, and the unbearable prophecy it offers sends him back to Kilari for Christmas, determined to save the home and the woman he has always loved. So these are the 3-in-1 books that are in this one. Okay, I can't wait to read it. This is for the sugar cookie prompt. And then the next prompt is Candy Cane. So Candy Cane prompt is about reading a book with red and white on the cover, and there's no perfect book than this. Okay, so this is a Daddy for Christmas. It's still 3-in-1. It's 3 complete novels but in one. You can see that it's red and white with a baby and a Christmas cap. So Christmas is a time for family, a time for joy, celebration, and sometimes it's a time for miracle. Even the loneliest Scrooge isn't immune to the magic if he happens to be the right family. Okay, so the first book here is Merry Christmas Baby by Pamela Browning. The second book is The Nutcracker Prince by Rebecca Winters. The third book is The Baby and the Bodyguard by Julie McBride. Okay, so make your Christmas merry and bright with 3 of our favorite authors, and this is by Ali Queen. So that's the second book that I'm going to read based on our prompt for December. And the third book is Hot Cocoa. So hot cocoa simply means that we read a book that makes you hot, steamy, you know. So I went for this book. I know, don't come for me in my comments. So I went for this book. First of all, it's red and white. It might not be a Christmas book, but it has the Christmas color. And then the front cover looks very steamy and hot. It's by Avon. It's an historical romance. I love historical romance a lot. So the title is Seduced by Starch, and it's written by Tracy Ann Warren. Okay, so the back cover is saying he had to marry her. Everyone in London agrees that barons are just a mad, bad, and dangerous to know, as their poetic non-relation. But Lord Jake Baron is facing a predicament that is scandalous even for him. Marry a young woman because he lost the bet. Unreformed rake Jack Baron will do anything to get out of it, but the rich merchant who owes his debt insists Jack lead his on the shelf daughter to the altar and makes her believe it's a love match. With no opinion, Jack agrees, thinking he will be shackled to a closed-in spinster. But Grave Denver is no milk and water mix. When he first encounters her in a London bookstore, Jack is struck by tempting sexuality and soon becomes determined to bed and wed her. In that order, like bed and wed her. So I'm very sure that this is going to be a very hot book. Yet though he plans to seduce her with his touch, he never dreams he will also want to win her with his love. Oh guys, I'm going to so love this book. I love historical romance from time, so it's not like a new thing. And yeah, this is the third book for my challenge that I'm going to be reading for Christmas. The fourth book is Gingerbread. So Gingerbread is book with one or more people on the cover, real or illustrated. So with that being said, I have this book for the fourth challenge. The fourth prompt is Gingerbread. I have this book because it has like a woman in front of the cover, and the title of the book is The Christmas Wedding, and it's by James Patterson and Richard Delalo. Okay, and everybody knows that I've done like a review of different James Patterson in my channel. I'll put the link in my description. So let me read the synopsis. It says Gabby Summerhill is ready to walk down the aisle, but who the groom is anyone's guess. Like, the tree is decorated, the cookies are baked, and the packages are wrapped. But the biggest cost of celebration this Christmas is Gabby Summerhill's wedding. Since her husband died 3 years ago, Gabby's 4 children have drifted apart, consumed by the turbulence of their own lives. They haven't celebrated Christmas together since their father's death. But when Gabby announces that she's getting married, and that the identity of the groom will remain secret until the wedding day. She may finally be able to bring them home for the holidays. The wedding isn't the only surprise. There is one unexpected gift, and it will change their life forever. With deeply affecting characters and the emotional twist of James Patterson thriller, The Christmas Wedding is a fresh look at family and magic of the season. So this is the fourth book for the Christmas Bookmas challenge, and yeah, I'm going to go to the next book now. So the book 5, the challenge 5, is Yule Cake. So Yule Cake is about reading a book of magic, and there's no other person than Deborah Macumber with Mrs. Miracle. So we believe, I think magic and miracle kind of work together, because magic can be explained, miracle can be explained. It just happens, it's a solution, it's something that solves a problem or something that we are going through that we don't expect that it can be solved that easily. So I believe miracle and magic goes hand to hand, and that is why I picked this book by Deborah Macumber. It's Mrs. Miracle. So I'm just going to read the back. It says, Seth Webster's heart never healed after he lost his adored wife. Now, with Christmas approaching, wild twin boys to raise alone, a home in chaos, and the latest in a long life of exasperated housekeeping a long line of exasperated housekeepers quitting in disgust. Sid needs more than help to keep his family together. He needs a miracle. And then a miracle arrives at his doorstep. Her name is Mrs. Meckle, but the kids call her Mrs. Miracle. And from the moment the warm, knowing, very patient nanny appears, everything is different. Her sassy spirit is infectious, and it gives Seth the courage to approach Reba, a beautiful travel agent who's been hurt and betrayed and is afraid to love again. Through the magic of faith, and with a little help from a children's Christmas pageant and a lot of encouragement from Mrs. Miracle, Seth and Reba might just be able to find a Christmas miracle of their own, which is true love. So guys, this is an Avon romance, and this is for the 5th prompt. So the 6th prompt is eggnog, and it says read a book you're not really sure about. So The Perfect Christmas is a book I've had for years. It's still a Deborah Macumber book. I'm pretty much, I don't know why I've not read it. I'm not sure about the book. Maybe because of the look inside, but I'm going to read it this Christmas, and I'm going to read it for this prompt. So the title is The title is The Perfect Christmas, and it's by Debbie Macumber, and it says, for Cassie Bilnut, it's meeting a perfect match. Cassie is 33 and wants a husband and kids, and so far nothing has worked. Not blind dates, not the internet, and certainly not leaving love to chance. What other options are there? Well, she could hire a professional matchmaker, Simon Dobson, who has quite a reputation, but is very choosy about his client that he takes on, and is very expensive. Cassie considers him a difficult, acribic know-it-all, and she's astonished when he accepts her as a client, claiming he has a perfect mate in mind. Simon assigns her 3 tasks to complete before she meets this paragon. 3 tasks that are all about Christmas: being a charity bell ringer, dressing up as Christmas elf at a mall, and preparing a traditional turkey dinner for her neighbor, most of whom she happens to dislike. Can you imagine? Despite a number of comical mishaps, Cassie does it all and then finally ready to meet a match. But just like the perfect Christmas gift, it turns out to be a wonderful surprise. Okay, so I'm just going to wing it and read this book. So someone said it's just not perfect. It's just not Christmas without a Debbie Macumber story. Okay, so yeah, that is the book I'm going to read for that prompt. The next prompt is for book 8, and the prompt is Sugar Plum, classic or retelling. So Sugar Plum is really a fairy tale, a classic or retelling. So for that, I'm going to be reading this Mrs. Claus Save Christmas. It's told by Jeff Gunn, best-selling author of Christmas Classic, the autobiography of Santa Claus, followed by Santa Claus. How it's called to me because it's on how Mrs. Claus saved Christmas. So everything is always about Santa Claus, Christmas, Father Christmas, but this one is about Mrs. Claus, which is Santa Claus' wife. and I can't wait to read it. It is by Jeff Gunn. It's a classic. To me, it's a classic. So it's a classic, and I think that it might be a fairy tale, but I don't know. The person that wrote this book is the author of the Christmas Classic, the autobiography of Santa Claus. He has returned with another heartwarming holiday book for the whole family, in how Mrs. Claus saved Christmas. She's the first lady of Christmas herself and tells the story of how she and a very brave group of people once saved a treasured holiday from being lost forever. It's 1960, and Mrs. Claus' beloved husband is off to a new world, planting the seed for what will become a glorious Christmas tradition. Meanwhile, Mrs. Claus has chosen to stay in England, where the first sign of a dangerous threat to the Yuletide thread are in evidence. The Puritans have gained control over Parliament and appear determined to take all the fun out of Christmas. But Mrs. Claus knows that it's time for serious actions when, in 1946, a law was passed by the Parliament and actually punishes anyone who celebrates Christmas. Based on an actual event of Christmas Day in 1647, when 10,000 peasants marched through the streets of Canterbury demanding their right to celebrate a beloved holiday, Christmas. How Mrs. Claus Saved Christmas is a rich historical details and adventure of plain old Christmas fun. So this is what I'm going to be reading for that prompt. So the next prompt is fruit cake followed by reindeer chow. So reindeer chow is read a book with animal in front of the cover. So I'm going to still be reading the Macomber 20 Wishes. It's a Blossom Street book, and we can see a dog in front of it. It's not particularly a Christmas book, but at least it talks about love on Valentine's Day. And the last one is, okay, there's the chestnut. Prepare your favorite holiday treats and post it on social media and tag us. So what I'm going to be prepared is definitely gingerbread man and a cup of coffee for Christmas. I'm going to prepare cookies generally for Christmas, and I'm going to like take a picture and snap it. I'm going to post the process of how I make this cookie on my food channel, which is Nox Kitchen. I'll put the link in the description. 12th prompt is popcorn gallant, which is read the group book or body book for a book, or body read a book. Okay, so when it's time to do that prompt, I'll find the body and I'm going to read the book. Then the bonus challenge is gift someone your favorite book or a book that that person has wanted. So my sister have always wanted an Irish Christmas, and because it's now Christmas season, I'm definitely going to gift her this. It's an Irish Christmas by Melody Castle. It's, I don't know why she likes it. I think it's because of the cover. My sister is into decorating, so I think it's because of the cover. So a well-hidden secret haunted Colin for 20 years. Her husband made her promise she would never speak of it again, but now it's gone and life seems so out of control. With a fragile relationship with her adult son, Jamie survived the truth she has been hiding for so long. Jamie has a few secrets of his own, like his desire to pursue his music, but as with many things in his life, it's not going well. Why doesn't he seem to fit in anyway? Jamie announced his plans to join the military. Collins decided it's time for the two of them to take a trip together to Ireland. But with this trip cost her the whole very relationship she's trying to save. The truth they discover could change their life in a way neither even thought possible. This would be a Christmas they will never forget. So these are all the books I want to read for Christmas. They are pretty too much. I don't know. But yeah. So guys, these are all the books I plan to read for December based on the prompt and the season 10 challenge I'm going to join. Okay, so this is my Bookmas Day 3 video. Thank you for watching. Do remember to like, to share, to subscribe, to the notification button. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.